Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for watching. Let's begin by reviewing what we did on Monday. We talked about these words on Monday. Pro, does pro, well, actually, let's go this way. Bring back to a state of importance. Which word means that? Okay, right? Bring back to a state of importance. Well, it seems to be one of these three words. Which one is it? I will ask you that during class. Which word means to discuss thoroughly, to talk about something carefully, okay? We'll talk about that in class as well. Which word means to go against, okay, as a verb? Which word amongst the five means a proposed law? A law that has been introduced, is new, it has been proposed, but is not a law yet, okay? And which word means for or is friendly to and beneficial to, okay? So which word means for something or is friendly to and beneficial to something, okay? So what do I, how do I say if I am for Taiwan or is friendly to and beneficial to Taiwan? Okay. All right, and then we are going to do some practice with these other words that we talked about from the 学册. The first one is would not be the same without, would not be the same without, okay? And you can use this to talk about sentences that you want to say, such as sentences like this, okay? Yes? So you all know what that means. And how do you use would not be the same without? Well, to me, it seems to me you say something like the movies, okay, would not be the same without popcorn, okay? I think that is evident, right? Yes, that's evident. Okay. The movies would not be the same without popcorn. Okay, good. Let's see. This sentence, right? Yes. 减轻重量, right? Yes. 减轻, right? Using the word reducing, reduce. Okay. How do you say that in English? Well, I think we'll discuss this in class as well, but look at that. I suggest reducing what? Reducing the weight of your bag, right? My mouse got stuck. Reducing the weight of your bag, and then 拿出书来, right? By taking out your books, right? I think that makes sense. Okay. All right. There are three ways to say this in English. Protests, demonstrations, rallies. Okay, so you can put this word right there or this word right there. It doesn't matter. They are almost exactly the same. All right. So let's translate that Chinese sentence, right? Okay. The new law led to past tense 过去式, right? Okay. Led to what? 人民的抗议 protests from the people, right? Yes. So here it is. From 无解, right? It's a preposition. You just have to know it's not protests of the people or protests, other in the people, on the people. It's from the people. I guess you could say by over here if you like. Protests by the people. All right. Yes. But I think from is better. So this preposition, protests from the people. 人民的抗议. Okay. You just have to remember that. All right. Good. Long sentence right here. Okay. 经过长时间的讨论，我们决定订购 Food Panda. Right. Yes. So it makes sense to say after a long debate, we decided to order Food Panda. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. I think you wouldn't have any problem to that. So X and Y are the same medicines because they because they have the same 效果, but it's not really the same. It's 类似 similar, right? Okay, so that's a little bit different from the same. So I'm going to say X and Y are similar medicines because they are similarly effective, right? Yes. So the point is you need to use the 副词 adverb here because you are describing effective. Okay, they are similarly effective. Okay, so 效果差不多 similarly effective. Okay, all right. Right there. Okay, we're going to use the word installed to say 安装了. Okay, so pretty straightforward. My father installed a surveillance camera in our house. All right. Yes. So 监视器. Very important that you learn this word. Surveillance camera. I will unveil these words later in class. Okay. Right now I'm doing this because I don't want you I want you to focus not on the reading. I want you to focus on the speaking. Okay. My father installed a surveillance camera in our house. Okay, surveillance camera. Okay, good. Here. All right, let's do this. China and then Shenzhen, right? Yes. 一周内可以. Okay, all right, fine. So we would this one take over. Okay, 统治, right? Or 霸占 or 接管, whatever you want to call it. Okay, take over. All right. Which happens to be the answer. I sent you a message. I think takeover is better, although for the life of me, I cannot imagine why pooping on something would take it over. I don't know. Okay, but you know, it is what it is, and I think these tests sometimes the answers and the questions are kind of stupid. All right, so here, China claims 它声称 it can take over Taiwan in a week. China claims it can take over Taiwan in a week. And we really didn't talk about this word, but we mentioned it during the last class. The word is precisely. Okay, and precisely means to 准确地. So precisely is an adverb. So it has to 形容 it has to modify a verb, a 动词. So it modifies the word know, right? So we get, we don't precisely know. We don't precisely know. We don't precisely know. Okay? All right, so we don't know precisely, we don't precisely know. But there are, I should write but here. But there are approximately 30 trillion cells in the human body. But there are approximately 37 trillion cells in the human body. Okay, so precisely means, oh, no, 虽然我们不能 oh, no, sorry, no but here because I already have though. I forgot the though there, okay? So, though we don't know precisely, there are approximately 30 trillion cells in the human body. Okay, good. And that will be the extent of our review. All right, let's begin our new what we're going to do today. Okay, so basically, before we continue, I have to tell you something, which is you are a student. You are a student, so you cannot say, oh, well, you know what, I don't want to talk about that, right? You have to be ready to talk about anything and everything. This is high school, right? If you don't want to talk about certain things, you go to vocational school, like, then you can talk about the majors that you have. But then you don't have to talk too much about anything else. But because it's high school, whatever the book or the question asks you, you have to understand it. All right. All right. So you know what we're going to talk about today? We're going to talk about this. Who cares? Right. Well, you care because you are a student and you have to. So we're going to talk about this. You're going to get tested on it. You have to know. All right. You're going to read it, understand it, and care and get the right answer. That's just the life of a student. There's no way around it. Okay. All right. Here it is. I'll read it, and then we'll do the questions later in class. But I'll read it, and then maybe I'll do some explaining along the way. All right. Let's see. One sentence at a time. All right. The prickly pear cactus is such a powerful symbol in Mexico that it occupies a prime spot on Mexico's national flag. Is that true? I've never seen it, but let's check it out. Does the Mexican flag have a cactus on it? I've never noticed it. Hey, it does. It's cool. I don't know if do you guys see this? All right, see that? There's the cactus. There's the eagle standing on the cactus, or the eagle picking it up. See, that's the prickly pear cactus. Oh, okay, I never knew that. Interesting. All right, so the prickly pear cactus is such a powerful symbol in Mexico that it occupies a prime spot on Mexico's national flag. Okay. The plant was considered sacred by the ancient Aztecs. Okay. Sacred, 神圣的, holy. All right. So it was considered sacred and holy by the ancient Aztecs. As you know, the Aztecs used to live in what is now Mexico. And modern day Mexicans eat it, drink it, and even use it in medicines and shampoos. So the prickly pear cactus has lots of uses. You could eat the flesh on the inside. You can use it to make medicine. You can use it to drink, to make juice, and you can use its ingredients to make shampoo. Now scientists have come up with a new use for the bright green plant, producing renewable energy. What is renewable energy? Renewable means you can use it again. You can grow it. Okay, energy that you can grow. All right. You can grow it. Can be replenished. Can be grown. Right? Let's say grown. Okay, because basically that's what it is. What does that mean? So when you take 石油, fossil fuels from the earth, you use it up, it's gone. You cannot replace it in the ground. We don't know how to make fossil fuels, okay? Right? It was made over, hundreds of millions of years, and then now we're using it up. And the minute you use it up, it cannot be renewed. It cannot 再生, right? Okay. So, but renewable energy is the kind of energy that we can grow. We can, you use it up and you grow more, or you make more. We'll never use it up, right? Because there's so much of it. It's not really never, but you know what I mean. So renewable energy. What is renewable energy? Things like energy from the wind, and solar energy, solar panels, motion from the waves, things like that. Those things are called renewable energy. And right now, the trendy renewable energy is renewable energy from plants. Okay, from plants. All right, good. Known locally as nopal or nopal, the prickly pear is farmed on a massive scale in Mexico. What does it mean to be farmed on a massive scale? It just means that it's grown a lot. Okay? It is farmed because, right? It is produced, it is made on a massive scale, right? Yes, it is grown a lot. Why? Well, because Mexicans love it. They use it for all kinds of stuff. Over the years, only the edible, soft inner flesh has been used. Okay? Edible, perhaps you already know, it means eatable. And I guess you could say eatable, if I can spell it right. Right? I guess you could say eatable. Okay? Right? Eatable, edible. Okay? Yes? Well, Google doesn't like that, but that's fine. It means you can eat it. Okay? Over the years, only the eatable, edible, soft inner flesh has been used. The cactus's thick outer layer, i.e., that is to say, in i.e. means it is, okay? i.e., husk. In other words, the outer hard part of a plant is called the husk. Okay, so the thick outer layer, i.e., also known as that is the husk, with all those spines. The cactus has spines, had always been viewed as a waste product until researchers developed a biogas generator to turn the husks into electricity. So the husk has always been viewed as garbage, as a waste product, until researchers developed a generator, a special machine to turn the husks into electricity. Okay, in other words, they take the husks, they put it in a generator, and the husks make a kind of biogas, a 天然气, and then you could use the biogas to run a generator. Okay, right, and that's producing electricity. The pilot project dedicated to developing the cactus biogas generator began in the south of Mexico City. What is a pilot project? Pilot does not mean 飞行员. Pilot means first, the trial, the 尝试的, right? Yes, the trial project, or the first try project. Okay, the pilot trial, first try project. okay, dedicated to developing the cactus biogas generator, began in the south of Mexico City. And it goes on to say that the area produces 200,000 tons a year of prickly pear cactus, up to 10 tons of which ends up as waste on the floor of the cactus market each day. So they make 200 tons of prickly pear cactus, a year, but then 10 tons of it just like it ends up as garbage, okay, each day. Then a local green energy startup company got the idea to turn that waste into energy. Okay, you guys should know what a startup company is. A startup company is usually a company that is, it just means a new company, a startup company, right? Yes, all right. And usually it implies that the money that it got is from the internet. Okay, so, but that's another story. Okay. The generator is now in place at the cactus market, where the vendors are enthusiastic about this new way to utilize the tons of cactus husks that once went directly into the trash. So the vendors, the business people, are enthusiastic. Okay, what is enthusiastic? Right? To be enthusiastic means to be excited. That's all. They are enthusiastic. They are excited about this new way to utilize. And utilize just means use. Notice the U in utilize is the same U as in use, because they are actually from the same word. Utilize. So they are excited about this new way to use the tons of cactus husks. Okay. Now, I want to be precise, because if you want to, so let's do it right now. If I want to use the word use instead of utilize, more things have to change. Okay? Yes? Right? You have to change this, change it to this. Okay? So it's not like you just like put the word in there and then you're done. It's not like putting your book back on the shelf. Put it in there and you're done. No, it's sometimes you have to kind of do other things around the word. 旁边周遭要改变 a little bit too, depending on what you're using, what word you're using. Okay. Okay, good. The prickly pear has a number of advantages over other biofuel crops, such as wheat, sugarcane, and soybeans. So these are other biofuel plants, crops. You can use wheat, 稻草, something like that, 麦草, whatever, 麦, sugarcane, 甘蔗, huh? And soybeans, whatever soybeans are called in Chinese. Okay, so the prickly pear has advantages, okay? Benefits over. Advantages means benefits over. It has benefits over the other biofuel crops such as wheat, sugarcane, and soybeans. So what are the advantages? For one thing, only the husk of the cactus is used for generating biofuel, while its inner flesh is still preserved for food. So they only use the husk for biofuel. Inside, the flesh is still used as food. You can still eat it. Okay. Therefore, using the plant as a fuel source will not put pressure on food prices, right? Let's compare. If you use wheat, you take all the wheat and you make biogas out of it, what happens to the people who want to eat wheat? There's not going to be enough wheat for people to eat. And when that happens, the price of wheat will go up, right? But that's not a problem for prickly pears because you can still eat it for food. You're just making the outside garbage husk as biofuel. Okay. All right. Therefore, using the plant as a fuel source will not put pressure on food prices. Moreover, the cactus requires minimum water and thus is not grown on traditional agricultural pasture. Okay? What is agricultural pasture? It just means farm. It is not grown on traditional farms. This means that no increased competition arises for the water or land presently used for food production. You're not fighting with the food crops, right? Growing the biogas crops will not compete for land with the food plants, food crops, okay? Okay. The project in Mexico City has brought new hope to reducing the use of fossil fuels. By the way, fossil fuels are 石油, or no, 石油, crude oil, coal, 煤炭, right, things like that, fossil fuels. If it can be expanded, the prickly pear could be the key to Mexico's energy future. Okay, all right. Thanks for watching. We will be talking about and doing the reading comprehension, answering these questions in class. I'll see you soon.